Ladies and gentlemen, Kirby has a gun. Oh yeah, a new Kirby trailer on this glorious January 12th morning. It was in the morning. Exciting times. The new Kirby trailer dropped this morning. I was asleep. I woke up. I was like, hey, there it is. I was actually expecting this in a Nintendo Direct, but I'll take the random Twitter drop at 6 a.m. That'll work. Biggest news in this trailer, we saw a lot more elaborate gameplay details than were in the original trailer. This one has Bandana Waddle Dee confirmed to be playable. Look at that. He's your co-op companion. It's always wonderful to see Bandana Waddle Dee get a prominent focus in a new Kirby game, and him being the co-op companion in this one makes sense, and it makes his exclusion from Smash Brothers even more inexplicable. Sorry, but I'm never letting that go. I would say the other major piece of information is the new hub area they showed, which is basically a Waddle Dee town that you build up by collecting Waddle Dees throughout the land. They showed some of the intro cutscene, and you see Waddle Dees being captured. You know, that goes along with what we've been seeing in the original trailer. It's just more explicit about it. And you see smaller Waddle Dee cages, which house individual Waddle Dees, similar to energy spheres and code cubes that we've seen in previous Kirby games. And the Waddle Dees, based on how many you rescue, add to your town. And we see a variety of different buildings and locales in the town, and it looks to function sort of like a menu area. But yeah, that looks like where you'll access a lot of the additional modes. We see a movie theater where you will likely rewatch cutscenes. There's a coliseum, which could presumably be the location of the arena of this game. We also have a cafe where you can play a mini game. It's sort of equivalent to some of the sub games we've seen before. And there's also a fishing mini game in a separate area. I also pretty sure we see Kirby's house in there, which is pretty great if that's something you can interact with in some way, because I love Kirby's little house. It would be really cool to see it featured in a prominent location in this new game. And there's also like this sort of hat shop. And then another thing I've noticed is so far no sign of lives. So no one-ups that I've caught in the trailer or any images. And my little guess is that you'll instead spend coins on these figurines. These are sort of toy capsule figurines. It's you know, the kind of mechanic we've seen before. And my idea is that the way that you unlock these is by spending the coins you collect on your adventure. I think that would be a good replacement for lives. We saw a few new copy abilities, some of which are new, some of which are returning, including hammer, bomb, cutter, and this new drill ability where you dig in the ground and takes advantage of the environment in fun ways. We heard there's some reticles in the ESRB rating, and look at that, Kirby, he's got his very own gun, a gun of his own. Wow. Bravo, HAL Laboratory, you've finally done it. Yeah, so this is the Ranger ability, and Kirby gets a gun, and he can charge it up, and it shoots stars. Isn't that just marvelous? Other details are we see the world map. It looks very similar to the map in the section of Kirby Star Allies where you travel to different planets. We saw some bosses. We saw the new version of Wispy Woods, Tropical Woods. He looks like a palm tree. Oh look, Rainbow has decided to join us. Say hello, Rainbow.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
We got a name for the gorilla boss. He's Gorilla Mondo. That's pretty funny. And then we see a little bit of this wolf boss. We see a lot of new environments, more of the desert, more of the theme park area, this sort of ridge covered in fog, which looks tremendous. The visuals in general look fantastic overall. My only real complaint is that the background characters, you can see that their frame rate is noticeably lower, which is kind of distracting even in the trailer. It's probably not going to be too big of a deal, but I did notice it and found it worthy of mention. There's some sort of online functionality with the Wise Waddle Dee, it looks like, where he will tell you what the trending ability is. So in the trailer he says that sword is trending today, so presumably whatever ability is being used most broadly is going to be mentioned by the Wise Waddle Dee and possibly other stats. I like that. The town in general just has a lot of charm. It's like a greatly expanded version of the town in Kirby Clash, which I really like. I really like that town, and this just takes that to the next level, and it's also in 3D, and it also has these different mini games you can play in different features to interact with. Meta Knight shows up at the end of the trailer, and it looks like you will fight him in the arena that is built in the Waddle Dee town. We don't get too much of the story. We do see Kirby presumably leaving Dreamland. The Dreamland area looks very similar to Dreamland in Kirby Star Allies, which makes sense. He leaves that on a warp star, and then we see the Waddle Dees being captured by these sort of crows. So we don't know why they're being captured still. It's kind of weird. I don't know how this factors into the Forgotten Land. We see a lot more of the small blue critter that follows Kirby around. Does not seem to serve much of a gameplay function as of yet, but will presumably have an important story function. I like his design. It's very distinct from the other companion characters we've had in the past, like Magalore, Taranza, and Suzy. It's a different flavor, and I like it. It's cool. All right, well, today has been a glorious day. Personally, I've been going through some rough times, and this new Kirby trailer put me in a good mood. It was a great way to start off the day, and the release date is coming very soon. It's March 25th. That's right in line with about where I thought it would be, and very close to the 30th anniversary. They've released some artwork for that, and they've said they will be announcing different activities for the anniversary, and I hope we get some good stuff from that. Made a video where I thought I discussed some stuff that I thought we could see for the 30th anniversary. Check that out if you want to hear me talk about some fun ideas for this year in which Kirby can partake. Other update is the Lego Kirby project recently reached 5,000 subscribers. Congratulations. It has a bit under 180 days to reach 10,000. So if you haven't supported that and think it looks cool, maybe try to do that. Yeah, that was the new Kirby trailer. It was great. I had a great time with it. Music was fantastic. I thought it sounded amazing. Even better than the first trailer's music. Farewell to ye. Rainbow says bye as well.